and he has had a major impact so far on this season. There is Hatsios in goal for NC State. And I misspoke. I shouldn't say save percentage is the same, but the goals allowed and number of saves all the same. So he and Ben Vost have been splitting time. It is Hatsios who gets the start tonight. And we are underway. Navy blue, road grays for the Ospreys. NC State in the all red. So it'll be interesting to see, with both teams having some changes due to injuries along the back line, how that impacts this match.
Yeah, especially for NC State. The left back and left centre back both getting their first starts of the season. So we'll see how well, or if North Florida exploit that at all. But yeah, I'm sure those two players will be excited to get their first starts of the season.
For NC State, no Gabby Velez tonight, or Emil Farragod on the back line. Vazumzi Plamana allowing this to go out for a goal kick. And for the Ospreys, again, with McManus getting the start at right back after Ethan Ash went out via injury against Stetson. There are some of the guys on the NC State bench not dressed out for today. Yuta Toya among them, who has shown such creativity from the 10 so far this season.
Yeah, he's been really good for NC State this season, but with these games in the midweek, non-conference games, you know, if someone's not feeling 100%, you know, it might make sense to rest a couple of guys, you know, for the conference games at the weekend. And I think we would expect that from the same from North Florida as well. Speaking to the coaching staff before the game, they'll probably make a lot of changes throughout the game, give some guys a lot of minutes. But with those changes, we still expect a fully competitive game here. Both teams, you know, looking to win after their loss over the weekend.
Yeah, certainly so, but it is quite a challenge. You know, North Florida playing 3 matches in 7 days, and these midweek matches can really show your depth. Here's Junior Nore, maybe an early chance. Gives it off to Scotty Taylor. And Haley trying to combine with Taylor and get the ball to Nore. Overhits his pass, but we talked a lot about the back lines, right? Let's talk about the attackers a bit. Scotty Taylor playing up top with Luke Hilly, the leading scorer for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, and we've seen this a few times this season. You know, NC State just winning the ball back and just looking to exploit, you know, that transition from just transition into attack. Just making the most and pouncing off North Florida's defensive mistakes.
Braden Masker drops it off to Herbie Steigelman. With some of the inexperience along the back lines tonight. Steigelman, not that. 5th year as a starter. He started all 8 matches this season as well. The anchor of the back line. This is Luke Hilly. Stepping over. Taylor with his back to goal. This should be a goal kick, and it is.
And I think there, North Florida just had to be a little bit careful. They look comfortable keeping the ball. The 2 centre-backs, the holding midfielder as well, keeping the ball, moving possession. But the forward players and even the two centre mids as well, they're so high up the pitch. Like, if the ball turns over, there's loads of space for NC State to run into. And as we've seen a couple of times, just in this opening 5 minutes, you know, the ball turns over and NC State are just running forward, and there's loads of space to run into.
Got a chance to see 13th year head coach Steric Marinatos. As you saw twice, the ASUN Coach of the Year, including in 2016 when he brought his Ospreys up here to Raleigh and earned a 3-2 win. Chance on goal for Taylor, and Micah Gunn comes up with the save. Scotty Taylor has been active early in the game's first 5 minutes.
Yeah, good save in the end, but I think Scotty Taylor might want this chance back. You know, he'll want to. I think if you ask him after the game, he'll tell you he should be putting that away. But it's been a good start for NC State. You know, 3 chances on goal already, and we've only played, you know, just over 5 minutes.
Yeah, Felix Friends misplaying that ball, leading to the Taylor chance. This is Will Butte, who will take the Wolfpack's first corner kick of the night. It's a good one. And he'll have another shot at it from the other corner flag. There is Andrew Fox, again, making his first career start tonight at center back. And he's got excellent size for the Wolfpack, a target man.
Yeah, you would definitely think that Butte taking the corner might be aiming and targeting Fox to get on the end of it, given his size and presence.
He goes low. Instead, upended was Hilly. The tackle by Masker.
Yeah, great tackle there.
There is Steigelman dealing with Callum Tommy, the winger for NC State. That'll be a fun matchup all night. The pace of Callum Tommy, the experience of Steigelman. Fox's long ball goes out of play. Nearest to it was Nick Kishenko. Coach Kiefer in his 7th season at NC State. So the last time these two teams played, it was the year before he arrived to Raleigh. Of course, he has plenty of experience winning here in Raleigh, but also in the state of Florida. You see, he made 10 appearances in the NCAA tournament at USF. Taylor to Tommy. And cleared away, handled by Kishenko.
Again, just another ball in behind for NC State. I think we saw there Hatchus kicking it long, but just landing on those second balls, and as soon as they get the ball back, they're, you know, just looking to go forward with it. And again, I think North Florida have to be a little bit careful with, you know, the amount of numbers going forward, and then just their reactions, you know, when they do lose possession, their reactions to get back as well.
Lawson Abbas, just his 2nd collegiate game, nearly turned it over. NC State gets it back. It was Brian McManus who was in on it initially. Again, McManus coming in and getting the start. Taylor tried to turn with it. And there was Bendiguz Burka, Bendy they call him. You can see he and Steigelman wearing the captain's armband. Jacob Harris laying it off, 17, middle of your screen. He gets the start tonight in the number 10. We will see Scott Beeks as well in that position. Jalen Yearwood pressured. He started every match this year for the Ospreys. 8th match of the season. Maybe the first bit of attacking here for North Florida. Joaquin Acuna to the middle of the park. Harris. Some patience shown by the Ospreys.
On it, June. Nothing in. Cover, cover. Top of the box.
And McManus just runs out of real estate.
Yeah, good idea though from North Florida. And I think speaking to the coaching staff before the game, I think North Florida would be looking to do that. You know, force the NC State forward players to defend, push them back a little bit, and then just enjoy a little bit of possession in their half. yeah, when they do get it back as well. And you see here now, just pressing high up the field, you know, just trying to put a little bit of pressure on NC State and forcing some turnovers on their end. But granted, with these games, you know, midweek games, you're going to have spells out of possession. It's just being comfortable out of possession. And, you know, when you do win it back, it's just make the most of it and be productive.
Yearwood unable to complete the ball to the middle to Harris. Goal kick as Tommy could not get on the end of that long ball by Junior Nare. And again, we highlighted him in the open. His creativity, his goal scoring, and especially without Yuta Toya tonight, NC State will be leaning on him really to feed both of these forwards.
Come on, just play.
Micah Gunn, the senior from Istanbul, playing in his third consecutive match. Took over as the starter midway through the season last year. Hearing it from the student section after that goal kick was not quite what he was looking for.
And again, we're seeing just North Florida just comfortable, keeping the ball in the back, and then, you know, putting numbers forward here. But they've got to be careful with NC State's pressure now, you know, being so spread out up the field. And NC State are just having a little bit of success, just letting them play and then finding that moment when to press and just forcing a turnover there.
And you see Gunn is imploring his backline to step up a little bit. Got on that secondary ball, still moving with it. And he did touch it last. He was pleading his case, but referee tonight, John Rush, seeing otherwise. Assistant referees Clive Edwards and Hudson Owens tonight. Zumzi Plamana into the feet of Nare. And there's the turnover, the giveaway. Nare behind the defense. Boy, the Ospreys dangerously get it out of the box.
We've seen that a few times, though.
Right.
Just those turnovers. You know, since it's happened a couple of times, I think NC State, you know, they might be looking to put one away soon.
Yeah, a few giveaways and poor areas for the Ospreys, but really Micah Gunn has not been all that challenged yet.
Yeah. Yep.
Off the foot of Steigelman and right to Taylor just outside the 6. And again, it all starts with the giveaway. Good ball picked out here. They switched the play. And now it's the Ospreys looking to keep NC State's defense under some sustained pressure tonight. Here comes Will Butte, and Yearwood able to escape him.
And that's how you break a little bit of pressure. You know, just that little bit of individualism, just being confident, getting on the ball, turning and playing forward from that. And you can see now what that's done for North Florida. It's just got them up the field and pushed NC State back a little bit.
Chipped in for Acuna. And the offside flag was up. Close. Joaquin Acuna.
Yeah.
He returned against Stetson, had been out due to yellow card suspension. Couple of goals, couple of assists on his resume this season. He is in good form and is an impact player. We haven't seen him a whole lot tonight yet, but it only takes him a second to make his impact on the match. Here he is at the feet of Plamana, who moves on with it. Aggressive play from Graniter, and Luke Graniter earns possession.
Go in front of you. Step up. Just.
Again, spent a couple years in the ACC at North Carolina. Did not play. Headed back home to his home state, Sunshine State.
Left.
An immediate impact with already 3 goals for North Florida. One of the impact players and a big change for this team that finished above 500 in the ASUN, but 4 wins last year. The defense was good, just didn't score enough goals. Scored only 8 goals on the season out of 16 matches. And this year they have not had much trouble scoring goals. Already 10 on the season.
You are so bad.
And again, still haven't been completely healthy. And when they get all their pieces together, they feel like they will be certainly picked 4th in the ASUN preseason, in the mix, competing for an ASUN title. Lipscomb expected to be the class of the conference this year.
And now we're seeing North Florida grow into the game a little bit, enjoying some spells of possession, landing on those second balls. And when they do get it, they're looking to go forward as well.
Graniter offside, but a thumbs up. The thought here.
Another close one again.
Bendiguz Burka. Now NC State breaking the other way. Junior Nare.
He just looks so dangerous at the minute. I think he's just full of confidence going into this game and all throughout this season. And the majority of NC State's attacks going down that left side with Nare, with Hilly linking up as well. And he just looks like he's enjoying himself out there.
Well, he showed you the highlight goals that he had coming in.
Yeah.
That'll give you some confidence.
Yeah.
It was Kashenko who poked it away, and Will Butte will have another go at the corner kick. Galamtami shouts for a handball. Referee John Rush did not see that.
I think a few of the NC State players were calling for that one.
Obviously, it was low sent in from Callum Tommy. We'll get another look at it here in a minute.
Well, I mean, great play from Tommy, just direct, you know, getting isolating the player 1v1 and just making the most of it. I think he just took a deflection on onto the arm, but
North Florida connecting passes. But once again, NC State kind of challenging to beat their press. Let's take another look here. Again, NC State shouts for a handball. What do you see here, Brad?
I mean, it does hit the arm, but that's tough. Like, his arms are at the back and then around his back, and it just takes deflection. No, for me personally, I wouldn't be happy if that was given as a handball.
Oh, and Kendall Edwards clearly was reaching down maybe towards his hamstring. He clearly towards the end of that run and gets pushed over by Acuna here into the boards, essentially, into the signage. I don't know if it was a hamstring or what, but you can see he was trying to shut down that run as the ball went out.
And he's just shaking his head there. That's why it looks like he's a bit uncomfortable.
Cooney was looking to take the corner quickly, and it is.
Yeah.
And you see that they'll make a sub here. It will be an Osprey corner, but let's see. You could see it. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you see he's in a little bit of pain there, yeah.
I don't know if it was before or after the contact when he first felt it.
Yeah, might be grabbing for his groin or hip flexor. But now this is going to be interesting, though.
Again, the NC State team already starting 2 players to their first career start tonight along the back line. Kendall Edwards is the 5th-year leader of that back line, and now he goes out with an injury, and Dylan Michener will be called upon. Corner is played, and right on the spot is Michener. Welcome to the match. Secondary ball is blocked by Butte.
Good opportunity as well for the NC State centre backs coming into the game. This whole season, it's always been Edwards and Thurgood back there, but now it's just a brand new partnership.
Yeah, Dylan Michener is the junior, a couple years at Army before transferring back to his home state. He's from Cornelius, North Carolina. Adam Wesche is the trainer for NC State, tending to Kendall Edwards. Whistle and a foul on the Ospreys.
I think Adam Wesche has been busy the past couple of days. You see there how many players are injured for NC State.
And you ask any trainer, they love their job, but they don't want to be that busy.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, Junior Nore. Just to create the effort.
Yeah, he's just so confident, like getting that ball, just receiving it there, touching it inside, and I mean, to have a shot from that distance as well. You know, great little bit of skill there. I mean, 2 of the goals he scored this season have came from distance. So, you know, you kind of want him to take those shots there.
Oh, he has shown plenty of range this season.
Yeah. And I think this just speaks for the depth for NC State as well this season. Michener coming in, but he's already got 2 years under his belt at Army. So yeah, to bring in a guy like that with some experience, you know, to replace Kendall Edwards if they get injured, to replace Thurgood if they're injured, it's a little bit comforting to have some experience behind you.
Yeah, the experience on the pitch, of course, and then how about off the pitch at Army West Point?
Yeah. But with North Florida as well, can they take advantage of that? You know, two centre backs that have never played with each other before.
Steigelman to the back post. It stays in, and Lawson Abbas, the freshman, able to play out. Well, we said coming in that the depth of both of these teams would probably be tested tonight. Maybe even more than we thought. Abbas guilty of the foul as he tripped up McManus.
Looked like he got a little bit of the ball there. You can see he was disappointed to give that foul away. You know, some referees will give it, some won't. But I think with the injuries now, set pieces will be important.
There's a chance off the set piece and a good ball. Nobody on the other end.
Yep.
You say set pieces will be important, though, just the communication and the just the experience that you have knowing where your teammate's going to be.
Yeah, just that leadership and organising, you know, for set pieces. And obviously Kendall Edwards is a big threat for and a big target for set pieces as well. So, you know, he's going to be a big loss, and they're going to be missing him back there. So someone else has got to step up and be that leader for NC State back there, especially with set pieces. And for North Florida as well, they've got Kishenko back in the team. You know, his centre-back boy is a big presence.
Well, that was certainly a handball.
Yep, that looked handball.
NC State able to get possession anyways. So yeah, you think about it now, 3 defenders, and of course the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And Hatsios has played a lot for NC State, but Ben Vost injured just before halftime at Virginia. Oh, Callum Tommy did well to make that even a potential on the near sideline. Abbas chips it ahead for Nare, running at Yearwood. Junior Nare creating space.
Again, just down that left side. Just Nare finding a little bit of space and just going. It's so direct going at defenders 1v1. You know, he might want to do a little bit better with his end product and final product, finding someone with those crosses, but just pushing North Florida back and isolating their defenders 1v1. You know, you can just see his talent and his confidence showing.
Well, Steigelman pulled the ball back and didn't know that he was maybe going to have Irvin Cruz behind him. Talk about Cruz. He typically combines very well with Jarvis Cleal, who is not in the starting lineup tonight either for NC State. So it's a new look Wolfpack, as you say. Great opportunity for the players who are on.
I think Cruz is comfortable to play anywhere down that right-hand side. You know, you can see him now on the screen just making that run forward and going in behind.
Scotty Taylor trying to get around Friends. And I think Felix Friends maybe took an elbow or a hand up top initially. Yeah, that contact leading to his frustration. He's tasked with, or marking the area around Scotty Taylor and marking Taylor himself. Now he's going to pass him off. Set piece for Will Butte. Low. Deflection to the top of the box. Tommy takes it down. And now we will have our first substitutions of this match. The Ospreys will send in several new players. Angus Taylor among them. Zach Board joining him. Hard tackle here from Callum Tommy. He'll be whistled and warned. So a couple of veterans brought in along with sophomore Rio Anumere.
And those fresh legs for these midweek games so important. Just lifting the energy of the game and the tempo, you know, creating opportunities as well. And even you see here, just for North Florida, just their press in general.
Fresh legs, hard to come by at this point in the season. Both teams playing on Saturday and again, suffering a loss, looking to bounce back. Play tonight here on a Wednesday night. 3 matches in 7 days for North Florida. It'll be 3 and 8 for NC State. They will not be at home, but they will be in their home city, playing at Jacksonville in the River City Rumble at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. That is one to look forward to for the Ospreys. NC State will get 1 extra day of rest. They'll be on the road at Louisville, so more travel for NC State. Sunday, 7 o'clock. In their 3rd ACC match of the season. Then they get a 4-match homestand to follow that. So if the form holds true and they continue to be to excel at home as they have, that could be a very crucial stretch of the season for NC State. How many wins can they get out of that home stretch? Friends had to get rid of it. He does, right into the feet of Andrew Fox. NC State right back on the ball.
One player that will be important for NC State is Vazumzi Plamana, just playing in front of the 2 centre-backs. The centre-backs playing together for the first time. Just that experience playing in front of you with Vazumzi and Will Butte in there. Just that leadership playing together, protecting, you know, you as centre-backs. And just in possession, just giving them the ball and trusting them with the ball as well.
It was Friends who headed away initially. Here is Plamana. Use the word protecting on the back line. When you know you have some inexperience behind you, or at least maybe not the regulars behind you, is that's what going through your mind? Yeah,
I think with Plamana and Butte as well, you know, juniors played together, you know, started together pretty much every game this season. It's time for them to step up a little bit. You know, when you got Kendall Edwards out, you got Thurgood's out injured as well. So, you know, taking a little bit of pressure off those centre-backs coming into the game for the first time. You know, just taking more responsibility and, you know, ownership as well.
Anumere turns it over. Cruz going to let Callum Tommy run after it. First on it is Burka. And a whistle against the Ospreys. Bendiguz Burka with the foul.
Friends has defended well for North Florida, though. Any ball in behind to Caleb Tommy. Here's the foul here.
Tangled up with Nare there. And again, we haven't gotten to the meat of conference play yet, but this is a North Florida team. They did it last year with defense, and so far, they're tops in the A-Sun in goals allowed per match. Hakeem Karamoko is the first substitution for Coach Kiefer. A big-time recruit, freshman in. Rintaro Miyakawa makes his debut here. Karamoko almost immediately gets a touch, but after the whistle and the foul on Luke Hilly.
And there's one name we haven't mentioned a bunch this evening, Luke Hilly. I think this last 10 minutes of this first half, we'll be looking to get involved a little bit more. And for NC State, a lot of the players been going down the sides with Nare and Tommy as well, but with Karamoko coming in now. But, you know, I'm sure Hilly will be wanting to get on the ball a little bit more centrally.
It is Luke Hilly who's the leading scorer for NC State. 5 goals already this season, including last time out in Charlottesville against the Virginia Cavaliers. More substitutions. Enrique Santos for NC State. Scott Beeks and Jackson Reinhardt for the Ospreys. Taylor tackled by Animere.
That'll be on NC State corner kick to be taken by your number 8, Will Pugh.
Karamoko with the second header. Friend sends it out. Cruz beats a couple of defenders. His low ball goes through everyone all the way to Abbas. And his touch lets him down. Beeks on it.
And again, NC State just not able to find that final pass in the final third. You know, finding themselves in good positions 1v1, and it's just getting on the end of those balls or that final ball. But in fairness to North Florida, they've dealt with anything that's came their way so far.
Maybe testing the NC State back line on a few aerial balls. Beeks with the foul. Abbas played last week against Howard, his only collegiate experience. That was his debut. He's played a good left back tonight. Stepping in front was Steigelman, taking it away from Karamoko. But he's had a couple of giveaways tonight. And now the Ospreys trying to counter quickly. That's something they want to do. They haven't had the opportunity to do it too often tonight. Board gets in the way of that ball. Saw Zach Board come on as a substitute. He scored twice this season against St. Thomas, and also against Winthrop. They scored 4 goals against Winthrop. There's a much improved attacking team from last season.
Hey, Felix left! Felix left! Bendy, drop!
Santos was fouled. The whistle comes late. You see the reaction from the Ospreys bench. They didn't like it. And we have a second ball on the pitch. The cause for the whistle. Plumana, middle of the park. Still plenty of time for either team to get on the scoreboard before half. Hilly heads it along, giving Karamoko a chance. And Steigelman will get the whistle. Oh, a physical battle between those two.
Yeah, no, again, good defending. I think Steigelman, Friends, and Kinshenko have just dealt with anything that's came their way. And you've seen, especially down this right side, Friends just coming over. You know, when Steigelman has been beat, he just came over and covered him and has cleaned up anything that's came his way.
Good header by Mitchner. Karamoko. Well, that looked like it was going to be the ball that would unlock the defense, but not the case. Board with a heavy touch, bangs into Cruz, play continues. Butte can pick out his pass. Yeah, Friends, I think, wanted a flop there. Play continues. Reinhardt, who replaced Acuna.
Step up!
Some extended possession just before halftime, as I say that. Steigelman colliding with Taylor, and it's Taylor's shoulder drawing the whistle this time.
think the game's been a little bit flat. I think they've just been, you know, it's been crying out for someone. Just to show a little bit of a little spark going forward. I think both teams have found themselves in relatively good positions, especially NC State down the sides. But you know, I don't think Hilly and Scotty Taylor have touched the ball as many times as they would like. So I think it'll be interesting with this, you know, last 40 seconds, and especially in the second half, is just, you know, how do NC State break down North Florida, and where do they find that little spark from?
It's a good ball in. Maybe something here. Hatsios has to punch it away. Again, this NC State back line hasn't had too much to do tonight so far, but you said earlier set pieces could be key, and right here just before halftime, the Ospreys with a chance. But the corner kick low, and nothing could be done with that, and the clock will hit zeros. So we go into halftime scoreless. As you say, both teams have been in some decent positions. They just have not found. Really, we didn't see, I wouldn't say, any real quality chances outside of maybe early on with Scotty Taylor.
Yeah, we saw, you know, a couple of chances at the beginning, but we haven't really seen much from NC State going forward in that final third since, you know, the beginning 5-10 minutes. So I think this second half, they'll just be looking for that spark and someone to create those moments and find, you know, connect that final pass in the final third. To find Hilly or Scotty Taylor will just produce that moment of magic.
All right, no goals in the first 45. Halftime on its way. And that is going to make what is already a tremendous conference in men's soccer even better. Andrew Sanders back here with Brad Sweeney as we show you the current top 10 poll. Okay, you got Marshall, West Virginia, UCF in the top 3, but SMU and Stanford both in the top 10. Those are huge additions.
Yeah, joining Syracuse and Louisville, both ACC representatives in the top 10. So I think you said it, it's just going to make the conference even stronger.
So yeah, that would be 4 ACC teams in the top 10 against, and again, they're starting just next fall. Louisville up next for NC State. Remember, they'll play there Sunday night at 7 o'clock before coming back home for a 4-match homestand. Meanwhile, North Florida up next. They've got a short turnaround on Saturday. They're at Jacksonville at 7 o'clock in the River City Rumble. Both teams with everything to play for in this one, and both teams will be feeling like they can take all 3 points here. Back underway here in the second half. Again, NC State, the all red, the navy blue and gray for the Ospreys. Mostly a defensive battle in the first 45 minutes. Brad, you said at the end of halftime, this match was just calling out for someone to step up and create something.
Yeah, and we've seen a little change at halftime from NC State as well. So you see Scotty Taylor's came off and Karamoko's gone up top. Just to, you know, create that different dynamic. But here you can just see a chance for North Florida.
Yeah, Cunha trying to take advantage of a misplay by Michener, and it's out for a corner kick.
Yeah, but NC State making that change just to get like a little bit of different dynamic going forward. I think Scotty Taylor and Hilly, you know, very similar players. So I think adding Karamoko up top just gives that little bit of speed and different type of forward.
You see Kendall Edwards. Michener came in for him. He was injured, looked to be a lower body injury. Midway through the first half, he exited. The Ospreys take the corner short. Junior Nore with a chance to run. Karamoko does well, switches it up. And so for an NC State team that was already playing 2 players, their first career start on the back line, you add to that Kendall Edwards, who has played all but 6 minutes this season heading into this match. And again, with the heavy schedule, we don't know. Tackle here from Callum Tommy. Now, he's already been warned, and so he's saying, look, I got all ball, but remember, he had already gotten a talking to in the first half. He'll see a yellow card here from John Rush.
I think he might be right there by saying he got a touch on the ball. He did get the ball, but you know, coming from behind like that.
First yellow card shown in this match. Have to think, even, and you hope it's not a serious injury for Kendall Edwards, but even if it's something that's not bothering him a ton, just precautionary with this heavy schedule, might rest him. Here's a chance on goal, and Hatsios up to the task. Wow, it was Kishenko. Yeah, he thought that ball was just fine, on the money.
Yeah, that's a great ball in, and Kishenko just showing his presence going forward. I think we highlighted him at the beginning. You know, playing centre back, but you know, he's a threat going forward, and you can see why.
Yeah, it was going to be just off maybe the outside of the post anyways, but Hatsios there just in case. Good spile from Kishenko. Bendegoose Burka put that ball on the spot. Back post corner. And a whistle against the Ospreys. All right, so already some positive signs coming out of the halftime locker room from North Florida.
Yeah, creating a couple of opportunities there. And I think, you know, that's what we're looking for this second half, just ways, you know, for both teams to find, you know, opportunities and create chances on goal. Who moves in here? North Florida's done that first.
Luke Granitzer stuck his nose in there, came away with the ball. Tommy against Steigelman. That was the matchup so often in the first half.
And I think that's where NC State just needs to be a little bit more patient. You know, it's just they're in North Florida's half. Can they just connect a couple passes, just keep the ball moving, and then just really test North Florida? You know, can they just shift them side to side and drag them out of position and holes instead of, you know, trying to go forward straight away and just put in crosses like that into the box.
You see in goal for North Florida, Shane Preciado has come out for the second half. Here he is putting a boot to it, and off of Karamoko. He'll go out for a throw. It was Preciado who started the first 5 matches for the Ospreys before Gunn made the last 3 starts, including tonight. You get a look at his numbers on the season. They're very good. From Windermere, Florida. Won a national championship in high school at Montverde Academy. And again, we were told that they were going to sub a lot, including in goal at halftime.
We've seen that debate with Arsenal at the minute, having Aaron Ramsdale and David Raya. rotating or changing their lineup each game. So, yeah, interesting thing going on with goalkeepers nowadays.
It's a well-hit ball. Graniter bodied by Abbas. And Coach Marinados is a stand-up goalkeeper. Before he was a head coach or even a recruiting coordinator at Furman. Former goalkeeper coach for the U.S. U20 women's national team. Acuna drawing the whistle, wants to go quickly here. Masker taking on Cruz, walling him off. Harris now. Yearwood. Patient play, Masker whips it in. Michener there with the right boot.
Yeah, North Florida came out just confident, just pushing NC State back, creating more opportunities. In the first half, I think we're seeing NC State keeping the ball, moving the ball, but they didn't really create anything. And now we're just seeing North Florida come out the second half, pressing, forcing NC State's turnovers, and then just creating a couple of opportunities on their own.
Some space in the midfield for Will Butte here. And evaporated quickly. Nare now. The work rate from Junior Nare, excellent.
Good ball.
Offside.
Great ball by Kishenko. Sorry. Yeah, and that's why we highlighted him at the beginning. You know, just being that presence for North Florida. And you can just see, you know, the calmness he brings to North Florida on the ball, and then just his defending off the ball as well.
A couple years at the College of Staten Island before transferring to North Florida. One of 14 newcomers. Actually scored 6 goals in his 2 years at the College of Staten Island, including 4 last year. Burka into the box. Michener dealing with it. Burka again. Now the long ball from Butte. And the touch had to be perfect there before Steigelman came in. Onyemere. Detected by Abbas. This is quite a different match than these two teams played back in 2016. A 3-2 win for the Ospreys. It was Ade Taiwo scoring twice for NC State, but Josh Castellanos scored the game winner for North Florida in the 77th minute. Sub for NC State's Caden Tolentino replaces Vizumzi Plamana. We'll see Rentaro Miyakawa again for the Ospreys. Gives Burka just a little bit of a rest. And the pressure there from Yearwood whistled. Big sliding tackle there from Granitor.
Yep, great tackle.
And this is what these coaches demand, right? This is an offensive player. We've seen Nore do it. We've seen Granitor now.
And Nara is the most, has been the most dangerous player for NC State. So
here's Hilly over the top of the bar.
Yeah, but again, as soon as Nara gets the ball, we saw in the first half, he's dangerous. He's full of confidence. So someone needs to put pressure on him straight away.
Let's see, it goes right to Hilly, and it was Granitor who I think got the deflection on it. This ball gets through everybody. So Preciado doesn't have to stop a shot there. This is Drew Lovelace for NC State, making his first appearance of the night. Didn't see him in the first half. And he comes in to spell Karamoko. So NC State trying a number of different options.
Yeah.
Trying to mix and match.
Yeah, and Lovelace, different kind of player. I think Lovelace more of a creative player on the ball. So I think he'll be dropping into that number 10 position just to see if the NC State can try and create something centrally.
You mentioned the number 10, and again, that's an area, even though Yuta Toya hasn't started every match, but he's playing starters minutes in that spot, but unavailable tonight.
And I think they might be missing him in a game like this, when they're trying to break down the opposition and get spells on the ball. Just missing that, that player that can create those opportunities going forward in those central positions.
This is Acuna waiting for reinforcements. Here they come. Oh, and Michener took care of that. Well, he's been up to the task again, replacing Kendall Edwards midway through the first half.
Yeah, and he's done well. He's, he's got some experience as well playing at Army, so he just came in here and filled that spot quite nicely and confidently.
Lovelace's first touch taken away by Anyumere. Well, just under 30 minutes remaining. Andrew Sanders here with Brad Sweeney. And NC State looking for that spark. Try to do it here off a set piece. If you're taking this set piece, what's in your mind here?
I think it's still a little bit of a distance out, so. And just looking at the setup now, NC State aren't putting any guys forward, so it looks like they're just trying to keep it and keep the ball moving. But could have easily been a cross into the box, but here you just seen that chance created here.
a foul called against NC State. There is an Osprey down. It was Luke Hilly who had it kind of Callum Tommy with the initial low cross into the feet of Hilly. And just a scramble for it there. Kashenko who went down.
But that's where NC State's threat's been from so far, just down those sides. You know, whether it's been Nare or Tommy, you know, and there's good ball in there from the right-hand side, and hopefully they'll be looking to get on the end of one of those crosses here.
Granitor gets the overlap from Onumere and gives it to him, who promptly gives it right to Tolentino, who again came on replacing Plamana. Both teams looking to bounce back, coming off a loss in conference play. NC State at Virginia, North Florida at home against Stetson. Easy whistle here. Headed right to Lovelace and cleared away by Friends. Callum Tommy taking it at Steigelman. Acuna driving at Fox. Corner. Just expertly done there, a veteran move.
Yep. And that's what he's done well this whole game. You know, he's been isolated a little bit there up top, Acuna, but he's won North Florida quite a few set pieces. You know, he's just managed the game, you know, a little bit. You know, he's recognised when he's been isolated and when to try and win something, but he's caused quite a few issues for NC State centre-backs.
Taylor and Board again, the substitution pattern. Beeks as well, the trio. And the senior from France, born in Australia, hails from France, now in Jacksonville. Angus Taylor, he will take the corner. Not his best effort, Butte with a head to it. This ball onside. Oh, and Acuna can't believe it. Joaquin Acuna maybe with the best chance of the match to this point.
Yeah. And those chances don't come often. You know, great ball in. And he's just all alone on the back post. Yeah, great opportunity there. I think Acuna will want to have that one back. And like I said, those opportunities don't come very often.
5 goals in 2021. He was voted the North Florida Athletics Male Freshman of the Year after that season. Not just for on the men's soccer program, but for the entire athletic department.
And you can see why. You know, he's been isolated quite a few times this game, but he's just, you can tell like the type of player he is. Just managing the game up top when he's been alone. He does just creating opportunities by himself.
Well, Kendall Edwards throws that ball to Steigelman. Again, that's right next to him too is Emil Theragod, and that's the two that we might have a chance here for NC State. And the pass from Lovelace couldn't get on the same page with Callum Tommy, but those two sitting next to one another, that's the center back pair.
Yeah, that's 3 of the back 4 predominantly for most of the season.
And Jarvis Cleel as well.
Yeah. And with Velez out as well, you know, that's completely different back 4 for NC State today.
Now it's Butte out, Plamana back in. So paired with Tolentino. Lots of different combinations for Coach Kiefer.
Come on. Gotta be on second. Hayden, go on second. Come on. Yeah.
A chance for Acuna just a couple of minutes ago, probably the best of the match so far. The Ospreys looking for a finish such as that. Make the trip back home to Jacksonville that much more enjoyable. Again, they were on a 5-match unbeaten streak after the opener, before dropping to Stetson, and both losses this year, 1-0. Interestingly, both against common opponents. NC State has also played USC Upstate and Stetson, lost to the Hatters, but beat the Spartans 3-0.
Been really impressed with how North Florida came out in the second half and how they've just grown into the game. We saw at the beginning, you know, the first 10, 15 minutes of the first half, you know, NC State had a few chances of turnovers and, you know, one-on-ones out wide and forcing the goalkeeper into a good save. But with when the game's so tight like this.
Sorry, go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, but when the games, you know, games like this, you know, those midweek non-conference games, you know, you need to you know, set the tone early and try and get a goal early and just, you know, set the tempo for the whole game. So when they don't do that, you know, when NC State don't do that, North Florida just go into the game full of confidence. In this second half, they played really well, created quite a few opportunities, and been pretty much the better team in the second half.
Is confidence the key word? It's not necessarily, obviously both teams are subbing a lot. It's not really a tactical change. It's just the confidence and positivity in the way that they're playing. Yeah, like they've just grown into the game. You know, the longer it's gone on, they've just been more confident, you know, moving the ball, getting on the ball, you know, forcing NC State to make turnovers. And then the momentum kind of shifts a little bit. But I think with NC State, you know, they're looking just someone to just grab the game and get a hold of it and, you know, connect a couple passes and just control the game for NC State and just push the game forward, carry the game forward, and just, you know, try and make something happen. Abbas is fouled. And really, it would be understandable, right, if you saw maybe a misplay along the back line or something uncharacteristic there with, again, like an entirely new back line. But attacking wise, it's pretty much what you would expect without Udatoya. Although you think Velez and Cleel and their work on the outside might be making that difference also.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, like all around on the pitch, you just got, you know, new relationships and new partnerships everywhere. Like you got centre backs playing together for the first time. Even down the right side, you got Cruz and Tommy, you know, playing together. You know, usually it's Cleo and Tommy, or Cleo and Cruz. So it's just different partnerships and new partnerships all around the field for NC State.
Luke Kelly will take it himself. Left-footed shot wide. Again, he's already scored 5 this year, and this is easily NC State's best chance of the second half. You see, he's onside. The deflection comes right to him. It's Kashenko who is down following this shot. Or no, pardon me. Is it Miyakawa?
And I think
it is Rentaro Miyakawa.
Yeah, I think Hilly is one of those guys for NC State, you know, that, you know, players, younger players can look up to and, you know, look to grab the game by his throat and just, so, you know, like get control and try and make something happen and demand, you know, more from his teammates.
Well, he is obviously in discomfort as he makes his way off. So both teams going to be able to get some hydration. And the check there was just for the clock. Right now in stadium it says 18:45. We'll see what they adjust it to. But both teams essentially get a timeout here. And I hope for Miyakawa it's just a cramp there, because he was playing through that. Then as soon as the ball went out, calling over, I think, is when it got him. Nore to the bench for a breather. Yearwood with the clean tackle. Hatzio snatches it out of Reinhardt's way. You saw our halftime segment, the ACC Unity Tour. Lucas Hatzios joining Jeremiah Luoma and 4 other NC State student athletes on that trip to Washington, D.C. Chema Preciado hasn't had much work in goal as of yet. The pressure from Enrique Santos, who just came in, and a pretty quick whistle there. And the home crowd not a fan of that one.
Yeah, not too sure about that one.
Yeah, Angus Taylor.
Yeah.
Ran into his shoulder.
Yeah, I think Santos just came back and won the ball fairly.
Cruz fouling Zach Board.
And again, I think there was a few complaints with that foul there too.
We've only seen one card. That went to NC State's Callum Tommy. But it has been quite a few fouls on both sides. Who touched it last? NC State. Freshman Irvin Cruz urging his team along.
Oh my God.
Jacob Harris. He's been to North Carolina before. Spent last year at Gardner Webb, where he had 2 goals and an assist. Looking for an assist here. Abbas heads it out. Abbas again gets ahead to it. Numbers maybe for NC State. Game maybe starting to open up a little bit. Still 15 minutes remain. Taylor drops it off. Beeks. And Taylor's just in an offside position there. So a gift really for NC State. Looks like Scotty Taylor's readying to come back in. Along with Junior Nore. Lovelace and Hilly come off. NC State was ready to take the throw, but again, here comes Nore and Taylor.
NC State substitutions in the 77th minute. Re-entering number 10, Junior Nore.
Again, NC State just trying different options that they have, just try and create something and make something happen in the final third. 13 minutes left. Can they try and, snap something in the last 13 minutes?
Mitchner puts a shoulder into Reinhardt. Steigelman. Beeks with a good dummy. It comes to Board. Oh, and Hatsios rises up and is steady with two hands.
Good moment, though, by North Florida.
No doubt.
The dummy on from Beeks on the far side. And again, just testing NC State, testing their back line, and Hatsios in goal.
Oh, Enrique Santos almost in on goal. Now here come the Ospreys. Onumere. He has been very good coming off the bench. Has played this entire second half. Not the best ball from Beeks here. Nare takes it down. It's going to be limited opportunities the rest of the way. Who can make the most of them? Cruz headed away by Friends. NC State press turning up here, and they come up with a takeaway. Boy, 2 targets in there. And again, the Ospreys have made every play that's been asked of them on the defensive line.
Yeah. You know, and again, NC State just finding himself in that good position. And it's just the final pass here.
He's got Santos.
Yeah.
And he's got Taylor, and it was in between both of them. Friends.
But Norris just came into this number 10 position for the last 15 minutes. Obviously 10 minutes now. But just to see if he can create that little spark and, you know, that piece of magic for NC State going forward.
Goal kick. NC State hasn't pressured at this level for the second half, but it seems like right here around the 10-minute mark, they've renewed their fervor.
Yeah, I think they've got to go for it a little bit more, you know, this last 9 minutes. Even here, just have a little bit of urgency to get the ball and get things going again, given the amount of time on the clock.
Bad giveaway from Michener. Graniter put it to the feet of Acuna. Friends does it so confidently. Foul on the Ospreys.
Good opportunity here, though. 7 minutes left, just put the ball into the box. You know, from corners, Will Butte's services have been good, you know, all season, all game. Another good ball in here.
Friends got the first head to it. Nore stepping through defenders. To Butte.
Good defending. Oh.
The whistle came late. I almost started to call Nore taking it away. Not so. And Acuna here just doing everything he can, just trying to hold it up. And
yeah, smart play by Acuna.
Sure.
You know, he's done that all game. He's just won free kicks, won set pieces for North Florida.
Callum Tommy now running at Steigelman, stepping over. First time shot by Butte, stuffed. Acuna trying to turn on the freshman, trying to get by him. And the grab of the shirt there will earn Andrew Fox a yellow card.
Going back to that last play, though, sometimes wish Caleb Tommy would just, you know, not slow down when he's going 1v1. He's so fast and so, like, just go direct with it. And again,
Acuna started to turn.
Yeah.
Andrew Fox said, "You know what?
Yeah.
My job is just to make sure that it stops right here."
But again, Acuna just so good up top, so valuable for North Florida, winning set pieces like that and just causing problems for NC State.
Yeah, that is what he does, and in form. Nore dispossessed. Jacob Harris. These two teams deadlocked here in the 86th minute. See what Butte can create here for the Wolfpack.
Oh.
Taylor is going to be given a penalty here. He's in the box there, is he not, Brad?
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's a penalty. You know, there's no need to do that, though. There's no need to defend like that.
And it's Felix Frenz, the grad student from Germany.
Yeah.
He runs through the back of Scotty Taylor, and now NC State.
No need. 4 minutes left. You know, Taylor's going nowhere. Like, his back's to goal. Like, it's just no need to, you know, put pressure on Scotty Taylor like that.
Will Butte now. 2 goals already this season. From the spot. Puts it away. NC State with the breakthrough. Off the right foot of Will Butte. his second converted penalty of the season. It was Butte who put Taylor in that position.
Yeah.
Friends with a poor choice in defending. And NC State a goal up.
NC State goals.
And I think with Friends, you just gotta know the whereabouts. You know where you are on the field. You know you're in the box. You don't need, like, on top of the box as well with Taylor facing away from goal. You know you don't need to get so tight. You don't need to try and win the ball. You just gotta be patient there and just know your whereabouts. You know don't even risk anything. You know don't even give the referee a reason to call a penalty there.
Sure.
You know some might think it would be harsh. It was a harsh penalty to give away, but
you don't want to even give him a chance.
you don't want to give the referee the option. You know, don't even risk it. You know.
Sure.
He's top of the box. Scotty Taylor's back to goal. Not really showing a real threat.
Lawson Abbas is down. And so the clock will stop here. Got to be frustrating for the Ospreys. But you see positivity from their side. 3 minutes remaining in this match.
Yeah, it must be so frustrating for everyone.
Defended so well all night long.
Yeah, they've played so well this whole game. You know, it's just give a penalty away with less than 5 minutes to go. And it might have been a harsh decision, but I think they deserve, you know, at least they don't really deserve to lose this game. They played so well. You know, I know there's 3 minutes left and they've still got time to clinch an equaliser, but you know they'll be disappointed with the outcome if the game finishes 1-0 to NC State.
We have seen a couple of cards tonight, right? But it hasn't been a ton of cards. But I would say it's been a fairly tightly officiated match. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
There's been a good number of whistles, and so you know that there's a chance that you can be called for a foul. There's Gabby Velez is going to make his first appearance tonight, and so Abbas, I think, dealing with some cramping, will head to the side, and so it'll be Velez, who again is typically been a starter for NC State. He'll come in and play left back. So he didn't quite get the entire night off, but close.
Yeah.
The communication off there between Preciado and Friends, and NC State can take its time on this corner kick. Well, the Ospreys do well. Beeks coming away with it, immediately bombs it down. Acuna can't quite keep it in. Fox already on a yellow card. That's not going to get another one. Or is it? We got the clock stop here.
But again, like, I know it's not in the penalty box, but why give that foul away there? You know, there's no danger, there's no threat. The ball's up in the air.
Seemed pretty clear too.
Yeah.
Shove to the back.
But now you're just given an opportunity for North Florida to get the ball in the box and, you know, get on the end of this.
It will be Steigelman. Spins it in. Dangerous. Graniter's there. It's Friends. And cleared out. Junior Nore springing Callum Tommy. NC State on the counter. The Ospreys racing to get some defenders back. Taylor says, you know what? I'm going to take this to the corner flag.
Yeah, smart play from Taylor. But again, just this area, putting a dangerous ball in.
And it was Friends looking to atone for the penalty just a moment ago.
That's good defending from Taylor.
Hilly trying to slow up play and then shove down, and well, evidently he doesn't need the trainer.
Just a little bit of frustration.
And what do we have here? Not a foul, just maybe a restart too early. I think John Rush.
I don't think the referee was ready.
He's telling Luke Hilly to exit the field. I think he stayed down long enough. And now Hilly's saying, I would prefer not to leave, so he will see a yellow card. And he will still have to exit the field.
Did the trainer come on?
No, but I think he stayed down, and then when the trainer was motioned for, he got back up. And so
interesting.
I think that's what the card's for, is once you call for the trainer.
Yeah.
Mr. Rush wants him to sub out.
Interesting.
So it'll be Jeremiah Luoma who comes in. 41.8 seconds left. Everybody on the same page? Want to make sure we have the right time on the clock too. Again, 41.8 is what we have now. All right, a little more time put back on, about 17 seconds worth or so. Is it enough time for North Florida to get an equalizer, or will NC State take this hard-fought matchup?
Well done.
Masker into the box. Fox is there.
Good defending.
It is Luoma who just came on with the clearance. Time running short for North Florida. One last gasp. And it's the freshman Andrew Fox in his first career start with the header to seal it. An 87th minute penalty kick from Will Butte, the difference. And a Wolfpack team that remains perfect at home. 5 wins to no losses and no draws.